What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just finished watching episode 5 of Naruto. Now, before I get into this, my reaction to this episode will be under my YouTube memberships. So if you're not a member, you might want to go over there and check that out. I've got 2 levels over there. Level 1 is for $2.99. Level 1 is going to get you priority replies from me, special polls, and live streams with me. I'm just waiting for my memberships to go up a little bit more so we can go ahead and start those live streams. Level 2 is for $4.99, and you're going to get everything that Level 1 has, plus all of my reactions to all of the shows that I watch, all the movies, and all of my uncut Try Not to Laughs. All right, now, I am really attached to Naruto. I have got to say. So Naruto continues to have this attitude. He is just so rude. Naruto is just rude. I don't know if he ever just is not like this, but I guess I'll find out later. But anyway, so if we remember from the last episode, Sasuke, and I think her name is Sakura, they're all on this mission to become ninjas, and they're being trained. Okay, so with this training, they have to take 2 bells from the trainer. They have to take 2 bells from him, and they have all been trying. At this point, Naruto is tied up to a tree. He is like not even remotely close to doing anything like Sasuke is and the girl. So the girl is so stuck on Sasuke still. He threw his blades at him. That's what we saw in the last episode. And we saw like the trainer kind of like falling back slowly. We saw the blood gushing out. Now in this episode, we saw that happen again, but he seemed to have quickly replaced himself with a log and nobody can find him. The girl is scared that Sasuke has been hurt. He's stabbed. She's like, oh my gosh, she's so worried about him that she's going around looking for him, not even worried about the trainer, not worried about Naruto. Sasuke is worried about being the strongest one because he feels the other ones are too weak. And of course, she just doesn't care about the whole thing. She just cares about Sasuke. She's just so in love. She just doesn't care. So I'm not quite sure what her power is yet. I know that Naruto can clone, and Sasuke is something. The girl with the pink hair, she seems to have some type of subconscious thing going on. But so they're all trying to train, and they're all really trying to get this. Now, at one point, Sasuke gets into it with the trainer, and he almost gets the bells. He like touches it with his finger, and I'm like, oh shoot, he almost got it. He almost had it. But he keeps getting beat by the trainer. And so eventually they're all sitting here now. Naruto is now still tied up to this tree. So he's hanging upside down and he's just looking. He sees the lunches. Obviously there's only 2 because the trainer was just like, all right, one of you is going to fail. The other 2 can have lunch. But the other one is just going to go back to the academy. You guys aren't going to be able to do anything. So he sees it and now he's kind of like plotting on eating lunch because he's the only one not doing anything. So eventually he cuts himself down, and as he's making himself down, making himself, drop, he gets tied back up again. Meanwhile, the girl with the pink hair, she's still looking for Sasuke. She's like, oh, she basically wants to go save him. She thinks she's like, you gotta make it, you gotta survive or whatever. And he's trying to find, Sasuke's trying to find the trainer. So meanwhile, she's hiding. She's like, oh, he won't find me here. And he just pops up out of a bush, the trainer. So she gets scared. So they're all kind of like at this point, they're all together now in front of him. And he's like, all right, everybody can go back. And they're like, what? And he's like, everybody can go back. You're done. You're all set, basically. And they're like, oh, so we passed. He's like, no, every single one of you failed. So Sasuke tries to make a run for it to the trainer again to get these bells, and he gets pinned down. And the trainer's just basically so fed up at this point because he's like, you guys just don't get it. He's like, did you ever wonder why? And this was a nice message because it's something that can be applied, in real life too. He's just like, did you ever wonder why we set you up in a team of 3 and they still weren't getting it? And he's just like, you all were so individually worried about other things. He was like, the girl with the pink hair, you were so worried about Sasuke. Meanwhile, Naruto's right in front of you. You didn't care to help him. Sasuke thought that he was above everybody else, and Naruto was just being selfish. And he's like, none of you thought about each other as a team. If you work as a team, you could have gotten the bells. But since you guys wanted to work individually and do your own thing, that's why none of you got it. That's why all of you failed. So they're like having an aha moment, like, oh, so all we had to do was work together. And he was like, yep. So that's it. He was like, all right, well, I'm going to give you one more chance, basically. So after that lesson was somewhat learned, they were able to eat lunch. He was like, but Naruto can't eat because he broke the rules. So he's still tied up. Meanwhile, Sasuke and the other one and the girl, they're eating lunch. You can hear Naruto's stomach growling, right? And they're like, you know what? One of us is going to be a weakling. Naruto's going to be weak if he doesn't eat, and we need to eat in order to be strong enough to take him down as a group. So Sasuke's like, you know what? You can have some of my lunch. It's only right. And the girl with the pink hair, she's just like, no, like, how can you do that? You're breaking the rules. So she gives him the lunch. And then, as soon as Naruto eats, you see like this storm, and here comes the trainer, and he's like, you broke my rules. I told you not to do that. He's like, all right, are you prepared to be punished? And they stand up to him, and they're like, no. They're like, this was supposed to be a group thing, and if we work together, we're one. And the trainer's just like, oh, you're one, really? And then he's just like, okay, you pass. And even I was like, what? They passed. And apparently him only giving two of them lunch was a test in itself to see if they were still going to think about themselves or work as a team and think about, the team as a whole. So them sharing their lunch with him made them think about the group in itself, like, okay, you know what, there can't be one weak link, we've all got to take them down, type of thing. So he was like, you passed, you're the first group that passes my test. Everybody else just did exactly what I said and they didn't pass. So he was like, basically you thought about yourselves, and you thought about each other as a group, and that's basically what the whole thing was all about. So he passed every single one of them. They were all happy, but Naruto, they forgot to untie Naruto. So Naruto was like, you forgot to untie me, with his attitude. So this was another really, really good episode. Really, really good. I am definitely really connected to this. I don't know how far this is going to go. Like, I can only imagine, like, this is only the first season, and the first 5 episodes, I've been just so engaged and just enjoyed every single one of them. I really, really like this. So leave your comments down below. Let me know if you enjoyed my review. Let me know what you guys thought if you did watch this episode with me or without me. Let me know what you guys think. If you have done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share. Don't forget that my reaction to this will be on my memberships. And I will see you guys later.